Hey everyone, Chris Centennial, Sports Talk 101. Today I'm at the Country Club of Big Ron Shaw, and the question we're asking today is, should Monte apologize to Ron? So what's your thought? Should Monte from the Monte and Pharaoh show apologize to Big Ron Shaw?
Absolutely. I don't believe that Monte should have said what he said, and I definitely believe he should apologize to Ron Shaw for what he had said.
Sir, what do you think? Should Monte apologize to Ron Shaw?
Monte apologized to Shaw? Hell yeah! And he's the champion. Hall of Famer, of course.
Sir, do you have an opinion? Should he apologize?
Most definitely. When you have a Hall of Famer and you want to insult him, that's a bunch of bullcrap. He should be apologizing to him.
Thank you. Sir, do you have an opinion on Ron Shaw? Should Monte apologize to him?
Hell, I don't even like Ron Shaw.
Hey, who the hell are you?
You talking to me like
your own business, man. You're all drunk, you?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Monte, the people have spoken. Step up to the plate and deliver me the apology that I so rightfully deserve. I told you, you're a punk. And I'm going to tell you, our paths are going to cross again. Monte, in 6 short days, I'll be on the Dan and Benny in the Ring show to announce some huge news that's going to shock a lot of people, maybe including you. So what you need to do is get to your doctor and get the wax cleaned out of your ears, and then get the wax cleaned out between your ears, because you're going to want to hear and understand exactly what I got to say. And Pharaoh, I suggest you talk some sense into your pal to make sure I get the apology that I deserve.
I'm Rosa Mendez, and I'm here at the #1 Long Island broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh. I had the best time ever!
Hey, listen, Daddy, you're listening to the #1 broadcast, Monte and Pharaoh, Daddy, in Long Island. The best pro wrestling broadcast of all time, I think.
Jimmy, I got to tell you, man, it feels good to be back on YouTube. It was quite disappointing what happened to us, but we bounced back fairly quickly.
Well, what else would we do? We're almost at 5,000 subscribers.
Well, speaking of that, man, we need more members.
Okay.
What do you think we need to do to get the people of those 5,000 subscribers to come on and join the team as a Monte the Pharaoh member?
Nudity is out of the question. Any other ideas?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But what I do have a few ideas.
Well, just like Prel, they should tell 2 friends, and they could tell 2 friends, and so on and so on. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Check out all our content.
But that's, you know what? That's why you're the star of the show, because guess what? Members get special content. Even we spoke about it. Pharaoh came to me one day and he goes, man, what's the deal? I can't even watch some of these videos because I'm not a member. And I said, there you go, Pharaoh. You got to be a member, because this is what the members get. They get free content that none of the other fans that watch this show get.
That's right.
You get free autographs from some of these wonderful stars that come in, right?
Nice.
All you do is you go to the MNP webpage, or our own page, and shoot us an email and say, hey, man, I want a picture of Tommy Rich. I want a picture of whatever. And boy, that's on its way.
We give them their choice.
That's right.
We rock.
We do rock.
And you need to rock too. Join.
I can't. The show is out of control.
You are on.
Well,
hi, everybody.
Welcome to Long Island's #1 pro wrestler broadcast, Monte the Pharaoh, only seen here at a
Jared,
TV.
we got to do something with the camera here. I used to wave my right hand. You can see my finger. No, you can't. It's
Why
over
don't you
here.
move your chair over a little
What
bit?
if I do the left hand?
What
Hi.
if you move your chair over a
No,
little
I'm
bit?
always sitting where I always was. I'm
right
as
there.
consistent as Lou Gehrig. The right hand disappears.
By the way, everybody, I just
Hey,
want
don't
you to
blame the
know that
cameras.
I've officially, in a private conversation with Pharaoh, have found that he really is not my friend because he is not willing to even help me in the littlest. And that's all I must say about this particular conversation.
Wow, what a blanket condemning of me.
Well,
Nonsense. You want my leftover cereal and you can't have it. That's it. And leave it at
and
that.
then you bring something, and then you go back into the future. No. Back into the future,
I did
the
go
past,
back into the
and then
past.
you start calling like something utterly ridiculous out
'cause
on
you-
reasons why you won't share with me,
Right.
Because I didn't share with you,
Right.
a million years
You
ago.
see, it counts when they say then, now, forever.
There you. Wow, very witty, very witty.
Well.
Unbelievable. Well, we got our guest in a minute. We'll talk to him. Actor, producer,
In a New York
entrepreneur.
minute. In a New York minute, we will. Will we you in a New York minute?
Michael Saquella. Am I saying that right?
You said that lovely.
Unbelievable.
Fluid.
First, let's address the intro.
Yeah.
Ron Shaw,
Yeah.
former WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
Need I say superstar? Mm-hmm. Is that fair, right? I could call him a superstar. Mm-hmm. He just won't stop.
No, he won't.
Day after day, week after week, blah, blah, blah,
won't.
blah.
He won't
Now, I
stop.
put it on our show because he's somewhat entertaining.
Yeah. I like Ron Shaw. He's
You
entertaining.
like Ron Shaw. You're the one that wanted him on the show a year
I think
ago.
Ron is
When he
starting
made an
to,
asshole out of himself.
I think Ron is. Yeah, I remember that. I think Ron is starting to get
Worthing on you?
Get a little pushy with me.
You
Like
getting-
I better get you ready to
right.
apologize. Hey, last I checked, Big Ron. This is Big Mike, and it's his deal. It's not my call.
And then Ron, on the other hand,
I don't know what you
Pharaoh
want me to
won't
do
even
about it.
share with
I'm
me
not
on
giving
anything.
him his leftover cereal. Why would I?
Pharaoh even tell me anything? Because he doesn't care enough about me to tell me that I better listen to you. Because he doesn't care.
I imagine what I think of you, Ron.
Wow.
What?
Wow. You really do hate Ron Shaw, don't you?
Your words, not mine. I just think he's being.
Well, you did
pushy.
say that he had a nose of a bird.
Yeah, there's a nest in there somewhere.
There's a nest in there.
Yeah, there's a nest in there.
You said if he could grow hair on his head, he would be a chia pet.
Right now, I can't tell the difference between his ass and his scalp. Yes. What?
That's big.
Why
Ron-
are you
that's
getting
big-
me in hot water with Ron
That's
Shaw?
big Ron Shaw
It's
you're
you.
talking
He
about.
wants the apology. Now he's going to want one from me.
At the board is the super millennial Jared, a.k.a.
Super
What is that?
Spidey.
millennial.
I haven't gotten that one before.
You are quite the
Spidey
millennial.
said word before when he was getting off the phone
That's a
with one of his
millennial term?
friends. Is that Spidey?
Does no one say word? I think people
I
say
thought
word.
word was like an
Listen,
old thing already.
You know what? I'm gonna.
I think it's cool. I think it's
No,
fine,
hold on.
Spidey. I was just shocked. That
I was embarrassed.
Captain Millennial
I was
said it.
embarrassed.
I
You
was
were
like-
on the phone. I'll call it. You were communicating with our guest Michael.
Yes,
And he used the word word, which
Yeah.
made me embarrassed because the last time I was embarrassed by someone using words was Pharaoh when he used the word mint. Right? Because when you use the word mint, it's like, hello, 1983.
This show is mint.
It's 1983, everybody.
Wait. This show is mint. Word. This show's fire.
This show
This
is
show's
mint.
lit. This show's word, mint, fire, and lit. What do
And
you
Barney says share.
It's pretty.
Back in 1983, Monty, you didn't share.
think? Yeah, you should.
And now I will not
I
share
got
with you.
Heather doorknobs.
Oh, fuck.
You gave me Heather doorknobs.
I can't.
And you skied down Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Listen.
What? Then you came looking for my leftover Triscuits. I don't think so. But I was nice. I let you. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, bananas.
Where's your breadcrumbs?
Bananas.
Trail for
You
me.
gave me bananas. You gave me bananas.
Yeah, well, nobody told you to go after that fruit. I mean, ugh, some of that.
And no one even knows what we're talking about at this
Of course
point.
not.
It's-
But it's funny.
We talk in tongue.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wow. Now we're
Umpire who ejected Yankees Aaron Boone still in hospital after freak accident on the field. Major League umpire Larry Vanover was still in the hospital as of Thursday afternoon after being hit in the head by a relay throw in Wednesday's game. So he throws out Aaron Boone, and on Wednesday he gets hit in the head with a baseball.
Yeah.
The 67-year-old was standing between second base and the pitcher's mound during the incident. It was hit on the left side of the head on top of the fifth inning by a throw from Cleveland infielder Andres Jimenez. So here's the deal, first of all. The guy's 67 years old.
Right.
At what point should you retire? There's other guys that want to be umpires.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, give it up already, like
Dude,
a teacher.
they're like umpires are like mafia.
They just won't give it up.
Angel Hernandez should have been fired decades ago. Angel Hernandez was the worst umpire for decades, and he still had his job.
Forget about being good at your job. Let's forget all about that.
Angel Hernandez forgot.
Teachers,
Yeah.
umpires. It's like there's a whole group of other people that want to work in the field.
I agree.
Can you hang it up?
I agree.
You're 67.
Yeah.
Time to go.
And on top of that, Larry? Is that the name of the umpire? On top of it, Larry, not only do you need glasses because you suck with that call, you deserve to get hit in the head. You need aspirin for your head. Good for you. Terrible.
So on our last
Can't
show,
make bad calls against the Yankees.
on our
and not
last show,
expect
we
to
had a
be,
long discussion about Rick Steiner being banned at WrestleCon over his tirade against
God, not this
trans wrestler Giselle. No, this isn't
Right.
about that.
Okay.
But one thing, Jared, we had the conversation about transgender.
Yeah.
What is the youth of the nation feel about it? Weigh in. Talk to the Monte The Pharaoh audience. Tell them your thoughts.
That definitely depends who you ask. I think there's two different youths.
All right, I'm asking the Spidey youth.
The Spidey youth. I mean, people could do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. Just don't shove it down my face, like in my face.
Don't shove it in your face.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the deal. So we're going to talk about shoving in your face, literally, Jared.
Okay.
So
All right.
since we're on this theme, all right, I thought, why not put Pharaoh to a test?
No!
Right?
No!
He knows none of these people.
I'm already going to
If I
answer
gave him
no.
the names, he would have no clue who they were.
No across the
but
board.
I have taken transgender actors, since we have an actor, producer, entrepreneur as a guest.
Yes.
I'm going to throw up their pictures, and Pharaoh, you tell me, is if you hung out with them at a bar, would Pharaoh make love to them?
This is
all
This is going to be
night
no across
long?
the board.
Okay?
I'm playing it safe.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
First up is Ellen Page. You'll remember her. Page is being a breakout role in Juno.
What's that person's name
That's
I'm looking
Ellen
at?
Page.
Ellen?
Ellen, yes. Ellen.
Looks like Eric.
Well, now it's Elliot Page. I apologize. Originally Ellen Page, now Elliot
Ellen
Page.
became Elliot. And you
Yes.
think I'm going to warm up to Elliot at the bar, huh? How about no?
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not.
I'm only asking the question.
Spidey, how about you? You warming up to Elliot at the bar? You going to get him a Bud Light?
No.
I didn't think so. How about you, Mike? You warming? Are you even going in the bar?
Listen, this is about you, not about me.
I love it, Captain Deflection over here. Kick save
Next
and a
up,
beauty.
Laverne Cox. Cox, perhaps best known for The Orange is the New Black.
Laverne Cox.
Cox, yes. Cox.
Yeah. That's
The script ain't gonna help you, dude.
that's. Well, I'm looking.
Ain't gonna
Let me
bail
look.
you
I
out
gotta
here.
look now.
Take a look.
No.
Why?
Little kind of. The eyes are too intense. It would frighten me.
How many shots do you need?
How many shots
How many
do I need?
shots?
I'm Irish, bro. You're
Okay,
gonna
how
have
many-
to
how
give
many
me about
beers?
90.
How many beers?
Oh, 45, 50. But at that point,
50? That's not a
you're
bad
taking
beer.
me to the hospital at that point because that's the whole point. I want to black out so I don't remember anything.
So Ellen Cox is
No,
out,
I'm not
whatever her name
approaching.
is.
No, the eyes are freaking me out.
All
I'm
right.
not approaching.
Next
No.
up, Asia Kate Dillon.
What the fuck? Rhea Ripley's aunt? No.
Well, that's what she looks.
Dude,
that's what you used to look like.
Is this the,
What? What? Why'd you do that? What the hell's wrong with you? No, I'm not warming up to it. I'm colding out.
Dude, you know what you could have had.
No,
You know what you could have had.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Next.
All right. India Moore.
Getting me in trouble further and further. What is this?
India Moore.
No, I don't like the hair. It's too permed.
He's just bailing out of this.
The hair is too
He
permed.
is, Jared, he's bailing out of this skit. He's using perm eyes.
Spidey, am I killing it? I'm killing it. So
I'm
okay,
not
the
buying it.
hair
I'm
is
not
too
buying
curly.
it. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either.
You think I'm doing all of them? What are you?
No,
what am I, a
I'm
slut?
not. Maybe not all of them, but you.
Pharaoh's
Come
a
on,
slut.
dude,
Pass
dude,
it on.
dude.
Have you heard?
You're at a
of them.
bar.
No, I'm not.
You have
doing
no
that.
clue.
No. I don't like the.
All right.
No.
How about this? D'Amica Dominic
Oh my
Jack
God.
Jackson.
No.
No.
No. Why would I? I don't get it. No.
Okay.
This one I get.
MJ Rodriguez.
Yep.
Nice muscle tone. No. Too brutish. Too brutish. What? Too brutish? Look at his shoulders. They're more defined than mine. No.
Wow, the muscle's turning you off.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Jamie Clayton.
Jamie Clayton.
Now you're not even sure if that.
Now,
You're
wait a
not
minute.
even sure. At this point.
Now
he's confused.
Now I've got an issue. Yeah, now I'm confused because that looks good with
Could
one
be,
beer.
may not be.
That looks good with
Don't
one
know.
beer. That's a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe, no,
Right.
I don't know.
But what happens when I find out that I'm not at Yankee Stadium? I'm at Citi Field. What happens? Or the other way around.
Then you hear Jared
depending on who
outside-
you root for.
You hear
Okay.
Jared outside your hotel room going, "Hot dog, beer hip.
Get your hot dog
Get
here.
your hot dog, beer
Get your
hip."
fresh steaming relish on your hot dog here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm confused on that one. Yeah, I'll give you that. That one was rough, but I would probably
All right, how about-
instinctively probably know not to go anywhere.
All right, how about Hunter Schafer?
Hunter Schafer?
Yep.
There's another difficult one. Very deceiving. This is really a switch hitter?
Actually, no. This is a straight out.
Oh,
woman.
okay. I feel better now.
Uh,
So the
I
ones
gi-
that were
I
giving
gave
me an
you a s-
instinct.
You gave you a softball. You got good instincts.
I got good instincts, so thank God for that. Now you're sure you're not fucking with me?
No,
right? You're just
I'm-
not
I'm-
gonna whip
I'm
out a
100%
pecker
sure
now,
on
is
this
she?
one.
All right.
Elliot Fletcher.
I'm not interested in Elliot.
By the way,
Fletcher.
Elliot someday would like to play the role of Spider-Man.
Boy, the Webb Hill shoot. No! Next!
You can't.
Please tell me
I
that's
can't play
last.
Spider-Man, please.
Please tell me that's last.
Oh, stop it! I'm gonna get you with my web.
Oh my God! Here comes the green slobbering. I can't.
Slobbering.
Fucking hole.
All right, guys.
Horrible.
A couple of weeks
Oh,
away. I
it's
think
just
Spidey
terrible,
said 3
dude.
weeks ago. Hey, we got a marathon going on. We got May 5th, Marty Jannetty, where we have Ask Marty Anything.
I ask you one more time though. Does Marty know that on May 5th he will be appearing on Monte
I
The Pharaoh?
think he does.
Because to me that's key.
I understand it is key.
Okay.
But it's Ask Marty Anything, so there's still room to sign up for people. It's a video call. It's not a phone call.
Right.
Obviously, you could ask during the show in the chat. That's not a problem, both on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Right. But we will have callers that will, Marty will see you, you'll see Marty, and you'll ask a question. You could ask him a whole bunch of stuff, right? And then we've got Val Venus and Eugene in-house. Val, who, off the subject of transgender, has been very vocal about his opinion on transgender. So
Hello,
Val,
almost lady.
there you go, buddy. You're on it, buddy.
There we go.
And then we've got Manny Fernandez in studio.
Awesome.
Along with Tommy Rich. So, guys, I was
My boy,
wondering
Tommy.
that there might be this opportunity. So, I was thinking about having Tommy Rich with Tony Atlas
I think
together in a very exclusive
I
interview.
think that would be
people,
phenomenal.
If people think that's a good idea,
Oh
please
my
weigh
God,
in.
I love that idea.
May
Tommy and Tony.
13th, we've got Teal Piper,
I love that too.
right? I'm very excited
I
for
am
Teal
very
Piper.
excited about that. I am.
May 21st, we've got, and poor Spidey's not here for this one,
Oh, Spidey.
Jack Victory and NXT star Mila Moore.
Oh,
Mila Moore.
Mila Moore.
Oh my God,
Give
dude.
me more.
Give me more.
Oh, wowzy.
If you didn't know it, to the right of the store, it's the right of the show. To the right is the star of the show, Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy, along with his partner,
Hello.
Bart Griggs, make up the band Wisteria Hall. Wisteria Hall sings such great songs as In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain. You can find their music on the Wisteria Hall YouTube page, where you're going to what, Farrow?
Like and subscribe.
And then while you're doing that, what should you do afterwards?
Check out all those perks and become a member
Of the Monte The Pharaoh page.
Correct.
So once you like and subscribe with Wisteria Hall,
You got to take it one step further on our page.
there you go, brother. You can also download Wisteria Hall's music on Spotify, Apple Music, Reverb Nation. If you didn't know it, you are watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh. You can catch us on the Monte The Pharaoh YouTube page, which you're probably watching us on now. You could be watching us on the Monte The Pharaoh Facebook live page. You could be watching us on the Monte The Pharaoh Twitch TV page. And if you're just not into watching us because we're two old men, one being fat and one being
Skinny.
skinny, fat and skinny.
Yeah.
You might just want to listen, so you can listen to us on all audio channels, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, or wherever you can get audio. And if you're lucky enough to live in New York, you can catch this show in a reduced version, along with our special guest, on channel 115 every Tuesday at 9:30, and on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for the early risers. That's early rising.
Right.
Channel 20 on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Very good, very good.
Also, we want to thank the Intuitive Network. That's INTUITIVE Network,
Nailed it.
where we're gracious enough to be on this network. They've got great stuff like documentaries, movies. Our guest has stuff on that. He's actually the owner of Intuitive.
Sweet.
And again, we are honored and privileged to have the opportunity to be on this network. We'll be right back with who?
Michael Saquella in one moment.
Sir?
Ah.
Manscaped?
Uh-huh.
Have you tried the new equipment that's been sent?
I'm afraid because it says weed whacker. I'm scared.
Maven, Manscaped, what are you thinking about
Love it.
Manscaped, dude?
Love it.
What do you use it for?
Necessity. What don't I use it for? Put it this way. The only hair I have on my entire body is these eyebrows.
Yeah.
That you see. These
Wow.
caterpillars racing to the middle of my nose. That's it.
That is it.
That's all I have. And that's all I want.
That's the
So
bit.
Manscaped is a must.
We were talking before the show. There's nothing worse than just hair.
Yeah.
Right? Hair on a woman, hair on a man. It's just bad.
Absolutely. And it's the one thing that the older I get, it starts growing more in unwanted areas.
Absolutely.
I hate it.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
Just going to go out there.
Oh, boy.
Go for it.
You're doing a deed.
Yes.
Again, I don't want you to have to admit this because as men, we try not to admit this. But if you're going to
Oh,
go
I
do
know
the deed
where-
on a
I
woman,
know where
would you
he's
rather
going.
have her be hairless or a little hair, racing stripe, or
Racing stripe.
full retro bush?
Racing stripe.
Retro Bush is out.
Yes, thank you.
Retro Bush is out.
Yeah.
I don't mind a small, well manicured landing strip. Every now and then, if it's completely, and I'm talking like baby's ass bald, then I start. Where is that pedophilia line? I don't want to
Wow.
wander into that.
That's
thought
very
of it like
interesting.
that.
I never thought about that. You're a
Wow.
smart dude. Holy shit.
So if the landing strip is clean enough for the plane to go in smoothly, you're cool with that?
If the landing strip has, like I said, well manicured,
Yeah,
you can see both sides. It's not
Like blinking lights on both sides of that
I
landing?
just don't. I don't want. I don't want the shrubbery going off into unwanted areas on that as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, look
but-
what you found. Ooh.
I got to be all honest though. Hey, the older I get though, I don't think I can be as
I found it! I found
have
it!
you ever gone down there and she slowly brings down the underwear? Then
What is
retro? Just,
Absolutely.
You're like, whoa!
Wow,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
like
46,
it
of
pops
course.
out?
Do you like walk out or what do you do?
No, I muster through. I muster up the courage to get
He's a
through.
trooper. He's a trooper. Gotta give him an A.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah,
There you go.
I hear you.
There you
Listen,
go.
I couldn't
Super
say.
Bush.
I couldn't say. Well, if you have the same beliefs as Maven does, Manscaped could help you.
Absolutely.
The weed whacker.
Absolutely.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I may have to, go in a room, close the door, and hang out with the weed whacker for a little while.
Yeah, I think you're a retro guy, aren't you?
I like 70s adult films, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
but
only
with that,
Ron
we're going to take a
Jeremy,
quick
Batman.
commercial break and we'll be
Anyway.
back with this wrestling icon, Maven.
We will see you in a drop kick second.
Drop kick.
I thought it was clear in my terms.
I need to renegotiate.
The few. The proud.
I'm not scared to die.
Maybe not. But what about sweet Carmen?
Wait. I may know someone.
Nice to see you again. Hey, Sean Bell. That's for being stupid.
Hey, look, I thought we had an understanding.
Enjoy your retirement, Senator.
Did you just threaten me?
I most certainly did.
His dad's the butcher. He's connected.
No parent should ever bury a child. You're gonna take down this whole compound all by yourself. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm coming for you. You have my word on that.
Sorry I'm late. I heard about the big fight.
Where?
On Twitter. Nah, never mind. I can't quite remember. I was pretty drunk.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte the Pharaoh. Only seen here out of Indie Music TV, and we're welcoming actor, producer, entrepreneur, comedian, everything, Michael Saquella. Michael, thank you for taking the time out, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself. We just saw a clip from one of your movies. Loved it. Now I've got to watch the whole thing. Tell the fans out there that might not be familiar with you, who is Michael Saquella?
Actor, director, comedian, blues singer. Been doing this my whole life since I was a kid. Mainly acting, but directing. Producing is kind of like the past. Fun-loving, big heart. There's nothing I can't handle.
How about what's more difficult? You mentioned you got a bunch of different hats you wear there. Acting, producing, directing. What do you prefer?
Right now, just acting and directing are the two things I prefer. Because
So,
I get
Mike,
older, like you said earlier in your broadcast, it's more pushing towards directing and giving up the acting.
So, Mike, you grew up in New York. Can you tell us where you came from in New York and how you decided to take on the world of acting? I mean, coming from someone like myself, I'm always impressed with artists like yourself or Jimmy who don't take the normal, I don't want to say normal way of life. How about the safe way of life? And, just getting a job, just living a regular life. Because it's a gutsy move, betting on yourself and getting in this industry.
Well, when I was a little kid, I played baseball in upstate New York in Rochester. And I went to Arizona State University to play ball. Sorry about my voice. And we went on a family vacation. And I ended up in La Jolla, California. And there was a big movie set. And it was Burt Reynolds, Gene Hackman, Liza Minnelli doing a movie called The Lucky Lady or something like that. It was smuggling booze. And he was doing autographs, Burt Reynolds was, and I asked him how to become an actor, and he told me to reach for the stars. And I'm like, what? How the hell? He told me he had to harness a feeling. I thought harness was like something you put around a horse. It was kind of funny. And then when it ended, I told him I was going to work with him someday. I went back to school, and I didn't think about it. And I was riding my unicycle from baseball practice. Drama coach grabbed me and said, you got to come try out for a play. And I didn't want to try out. So I ended up seeing a couple girls I liked in those leotards. Now they call them yoga pants. Mm-hmm. I went in, I read for it, I stunk, and I got the lead role in the high school play. So for 3 straight years, I did musicals. I fell in love with it, but I wanted to go to Hollywood. And when I was at Arizona State, my girlfriend at the time was doing wardrobe for theater. She went out on a call to work on a film called Frank Cole's in town. They were shooting in Apache Junction, Arizona, the old Wild West town called Apache Land Movie Ranch. John Wayne did movies there. Kirk Douglas did a movie there. Elvis Presley did Charo there. So I went out there and nobody was there, and they didn't have the stunt shows because the stunt guy's car broke down. So my girlfriend told the producer of the show, "Hey, my boyfriend's an actor." So, well, if you can learn the lines in 20 minutes and know how to take a punch and get shot in the face, we'll put you to work. I said, I can do it. So sure enough, I started doing some stunt work in a Wild West town, and I got a lead role, one of the lead roles in a movie, black and white. Frank Hole's in town with Jim and Troy Neighbors. And everybody said, you got to go to Hollywood. You got to go to Hollywood. So I gave up my baseball career and I moved to Los Angeles. And I hopped the fence at Warner Brothers Studio, which was Columbia and Warner Brothers were together back then. They were called the Burbank Studios. And I landed right in front of two really famous guys, Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. Robert Zemeckis, we all know Castaway, Forrest Gump, Back to the Future. I mean, big time. And they go, oh, we know what you're here for. So they put me in a trailer, and they were suiting everybody up for a movie called 1941, starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, Robert Stack, John Candy. Anyways, I got a little bit of role, but because I worked the first day, I got to work the whole movie as a SAG actor. I did like 6 months. I made so much money, I was able to get a big home in the Hollywood Hills. Then the very next movie was called Used Cars with Kurt Russell and Jack Warden. I was Jack Warden standing, and I had a little role. And I worked 3 months on that, obviously banking some cash. It was Columbia. And Jack Warden, the main actor, passed away from 12 Angry Men. And from Heaven Can Wait, he was the coach with Warren Beatty. Took me under his wing. I was like his son. Got me a big agent in L.A., got me a bunch of jobs. So it's kind of like how it started for me. And yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm a go-getter, and I don't want to quit. I don't want to work a regular job ever.
Mike, you might have heard in the opening monologue, we had a little bit of an uncomfortable theme on that subject. What was the most uncomfortable role you've ever had?
Learning how to kick footballs in a movie called Second Chance. I never played football. I played baseball. And we were shooting in San Diego, and I had to train. Like Mike, I've always been overweight my whole life. A couple times I got skinny, but most of the time I got a gut. So here I am learning how to kick footballs, and I really didn't know how to do it. So Ted Swanson, he produced Rocky, Caddyshack, Lucky Lady, Witness with Harrison Ford, Mass Appeal with Jack Lemmon. Anyway, he made some phone calls, and they told me to go to San Diego State. They're going to train you. So I went down there, and the strength coach started having me do exercises and working he didn't even have me kick yet. It took 2 or 3 weeks at least before I could even look at a football. But he had me kicking soccer balls, and I graduated into footballs. It was tough. I was sore. And real quick note, that coach, Sean Payton, became the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Trained me how to be a kicker for a movie when he was the strength coach at San Diego State. Great guy. And I ended up doing the film, but shooting football every day in uniform in the heat of summer in Southern California was tough, really tough, because you got all the gear on, and we're shooting some days down there. We were in the valley on the way to Yuma, east of San Diego, and it was hot. And I remember sweating and kicking, and then it was so bad that I snapped the muscle in my leg kicking. It broke in half, and my whole leg turned black. So that's probably the toughest physical film I did.
Well, you probably still wound up kicking better than most of the kickers on the New York Jets over the last 60 years.
There you go.
I got a real tryout for the Chargers, and I got to go to Green Bay and try out for them.
There you go.
I didn't make it because I'm an actor, but hey, I got to kick field goals to the NFL goalposts.
Wait a minute, so
Sean Payton took a lightning.
Well, how do you get a tryout with an NFL team never kicking a football before?
Sean pulled some strings?
Yeah, he sent me over to the guy's last name was Madden, not John Madden. I can't remember his name. He was the special teams coach of San Diego. So I went there, and my kickoffs were 4-5 seconds. I was kicking them into the end zone, and I was making the 5-yard, 10, all the way to 50-yard. I was making 50-yarders, and I was like 80-90%. And he goes, "Well, we already got 4 kickers." And their main, it was John Abbott or Jim Abbott, I can't remember. So he says, "Listen, Howard Tippett in Green Bay is looking for a kicker. I'm going to make a phone call." So I ended up making the front page of Hollywood Reporter. I ended up, I don't have it to show you, but I made the front page of a lot of publications. So they sent me to Green Bay, and I got to go kick. I trained it was wintertime. I was training. I got to do a lot of cool things. And then I did a thing for CBS News late at night where they said, usually athletes, mainly football players, go into movies, but we've never heard of an actor going into the NFL. So I got the paparazzi followed me around. It was pretty good. Back in like 87 or 88. That's what happened to me. I still can kick even though I'm old.
Incredible. And by the way, this might have went over your head, Pharaoh, but our guest called me fat.
He did? When
No,
did that happen?
no, I didn't say fat, did I?
What'd you say?
No.
Thick? Thick and thin.
I said we're both
Thick and
like
thin.
overweight. I said we're overweight, and I said I had a gut.
Ah, very good. Before we get too far away from it, I got to ask you. You got to work with Belushi and Aykroyd. Can you share anything about what it was like being on the set with the great John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and their chemistry?
Well, Dan Aykroyd is professional, calm, really honing in his craft. Belushi was crazy, of course.
Was he?
You know,
Everything we believe, we've
I
been
was
led
there.
to believe?
Excuse me?
Everything we've been led to believe about Belushi? I mean, he's legendary partier.
Yeah, so here we are shooting a scene. All the Army guys are in suits. It's cold. He's lands the plane, gets out. He falls on his head. He really fell because he was so high on coke and everything and drinking. Then when he got off the wing, if you watch the movie, you see John actually landing on his head. When we wrapped, he grabbed an extra, some hot chick, put her on a plane, chartered a plane. They flew to Las Vegas. He still has the Army outfit on. He looks like, like a whatever. And he went to the Boulevard Mall in Las Vegas, went to Chess King. Remember the old Chess Kings? And he bought some clothes, threw everything out. They gambled, partied all night. And the next morning he went back to the set and he didn't have his outfit. So they had to get him another one. So that's how crazy he was. Stayed up all night with a hottie, wasn't married yet, of course, because we did the movie in 1979, 78, 79. And I met his wife, Judy Belushi, great. She kept hugging me. We met at the Carlisle in New York. And she was crying. I was really close to her. Looking like him or acting my mannerisms or something, it was wonderful. And she gave me a handwritten letter that I could portray John Belushi for the rest of my life. Before then, before the 4th District federal judge ruled that we could impersonate as long as we called it a tribute to. Mm-hmm. But before then, you'd have to pay a lot of money, a lot of royalties. But she gave me the rights to do him back then. It was pretty cool. And I got to see him and work with him a little bit. But then Dan Aykroyd and I did a show at the House of Blues in, I think, the middle 90s. Jim Belushi took over the Blues Brothers. Jim's doing a movie called Race the Sun in Australia. Couldn't make it back. It was for Make-A-Wish Foundation, big charity. And my producer for the show Legends of Concert I was in called me and said, hey, I can't remember his Italian name that married Judy. They want you to work with Dan. So I went there, I did a rehearsal, and we did like 5 songs. I almost kicked him in the head doing cartwheels at the House of Blues.
Wow.
I do. If you go to my YouTube and I have a tribute to John Belushi. I do 9 one-arm round-offs in a song called Sweet Home Chicago. It's unbelievable. It's just one arm. As a big boy, like Mike. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
It's killing me.
Go
Mike,
do some cartwheels, Mike.
Not this guy. Mike, how many movies throughout your career do you think if you could remember, how many movies have you acted in? And of all those movies, which would you say was your favorite that you would recommend for us fans to watch?
Okay, good. Over 40 movies as an actor. And there's 2 that I would say that I would recommend. I worked with the killer icons, Burt Reynolds, Raquel Welch, Charles Durning, Robert Loggia. Durning, obviously Academy Award winner.
Yeah.
Burt became my idol. As a kid, I ended up working with him. We became great friends. So I recommend a movie called Forget About It. It's a funny comedy where I play two roles and I narrate the whole movie. Bert and I are the heroes. I bury $4 million in the Arizona desert that I stole from the mob in New York. And then the mob comes out to kill me. The only two people that are alive that have any kind is myself and Richard Grieco. I got to work with Phyllis Diller in that film. So I highly recommend that. But I have another one. It's a cute little film, and it's called Dream Round. And it's a Rocky golf picture. But it's not your typical golf movie. It's, my character lost my family, my wife and two kids on Christmas Eve. When she told me to take some time off, go play golf, be something, write a book, and I don't pay attention and they get killed in a crash. It's 15 years later, I'm way overweight, I don't shave, I listen to golf and I smoke cigars like crazy, and I live in a dumpy trailer park. A ghost, a 10-year-old kid, and a beautiful waitress are going to get me to play golf again to try to win the Open. I have to beat Richard Grieco from 21 Jump Street. If looks could kill, the old sex symbol.
Yeah.
I have to beat him to get into the Open, to get into the pre-qualifier. Then I got to beat some real golfers to get into the Open. And those real golfers, oh my God, could they hit? I look like an idiot next to them. But it's a tearjerker. I had people from all over the world going to my Facebook page and my Instagram page telling me, oh my God, it's one family out of Boston. I'll never forget it because it put tears in my eyes. They wrote, Michael, we have to say, I didn't know what to think. We sat there, we started watching your movie Dream Round. First, I had goosebumps. Then the hair on the back of my neck started to go up. Then a teardrop, full-blown crying. You were incredible. I love your movie. So no one's ever said that about me my whole life. I'm more of a comic actor. But when you hear that, it's like, wow, that made me feel like I finally made it as an actor. So those are the two. Forget about it, comedy, big icons, and then a cute little golf movie, really sweet, little 90-minute little film. The 10-year-old girl's incredible. Alexa Lohman, she just knocks it out of the park. Someday that kid's going to be a big star.
Where could we see these movies? What streaming services have these movies?
You can only watch it on the black market in Southern. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about
They're
to
on
say, look out.
Prime, Tubi, Hulu, Vudu, Redbox Digital, Apple TV. They're on the Android and the iPhone apps. It's on our network, the Intuitive Network.
Well, that's
It's
what I
the,
was getting at. That's more than a
Intuitive.
reason to download this free app, INTUITIVE network. Just for that alone.
Yeah, because the movies are free. The advertisers cover the cost to pay the producers. And we don't interrupt them like Tubi. So you want to watch a movie, you got to sit through 2, 3, 4 commercials, and it's done. And then the whole movie plays with no interruption. You can fast forward, back and forth, whatever. And we have, some killer people involved in that. Adam Rivera is a partner. He's a killer graphic guy. He's a creative guy. He's getting ready to produce and direct a film called A Mother's Christmas with Kathy Garber, great older actress, and Gerald McGraney from Simon and Simon. He's getting ready to shoot that up in Chicago. We're getting ready to do another original called Alien Alien Cigar, where I want to kill myself because I catch my wife cheating with my best friend, and so I go out to the desert to kill myself, and I trip over a rock, hit my head. The audience is going to go, oh my God, he accidentally killed himself. I wake up to 5 aliens, and they're going to fix me, take me to their planet, which I'm going to meet somebody who was kidnapped when she was 7 years old. Now she's in her 40s, fall in love, come back to Earth, And then at the end of the movie, I'm going to teach the cigars how to smoke. I'm going to teach the aliens how to smoke cigars. Sorry, I'm out of control. So we're doing we're doing a big series called Conversations with a Mobster that we're going to be putting on the network with all these great Italian guys. We're negotiating. I can't really mention some names, but John Capodici from Ace Ventura Pet Detective, some other Dominic Mancini. He was in that movie with De Niro and Pesci, and it was just a couple years ago. It was on Netflix, big Italian movie. Anyway, so we sit around the table and we reminisce and we talk about the old days, who got whacked, and we're going to recreate we're going to recreate those deaths, 8 of them for 8 episodes, and we're going to show all the real news clippings. We're going to talk. So it's kind of comedy, it's kind of real, and we shot the trailer, which you can watch on the network on Coming Soon or original content. You can see how crazy that is. It's going to be a great It's like kind of like The Sopranos, but a little more relaxed, but more blood, a lot of blood.
Mike, looking at your background, you seem to be able to do anything, whether it's drama or comedy, whatever it may be. What is your favorite? Is it comedy?
I haven't done stand up in a long time, but I've worked a new show and I've been working it out with friends and I'm killing it, but it's so freaking filthy. I like comedy. I mean, acting is my favorite. It is, but I got a big time passion for blues, singing the blues. There's nothing like it to get on stage and just blast some of these songs, and the crowd watching all these people bebopping with you, and on some songs getting actual standing ovations. And I'm just a short, fat Italian guy, 5'8" with a gut, and I'm doing the shows, and people actually stand up for me. It's nuts. Yeah, I like blues and I like acting, and comedy's probably third.
When you say blues, I'm just curious. Are we talking like old time blues or Jimi Hendrix
Yeah,
blues?
Chicago, some Chicago blues, some New Orleans blues.
Oh,
I do
sweet.
some old songs.
Sweet.
I do Floyd Dixon. I
Mhm.
do. Oh my God! Well, I do Blues Brothers stuff, of course.
Of
But
course.
then all the greats that they took from, I'm with. I don't do any Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's just not my style.
Okay.
But it's like a lot of horns. It's big sound. It's not like
Ah,
putting you to sleep. It's not
gotcha.
tingy or twangy. I kill it. So if you go to, I have, my CD came out in 2005. My acting name was Paloma, Michael Paloma. I put a CD out and it went certified gold, 640,000 copies in 2005.
Damn.
And Sugar Daddy
Nice.
was number one for 3 weeks in Syracuse and number one in Sacramento. And it was pretty cool to have that out. And if you listen to it, big horn section, great music, nonstop energy. There's a couple slow songs, but I got a couple of music videos I put out that's got hundreds of thousands of views. The girls are gorgeous in the videos. I use Las Vegas dancers. Um, I really like it. I mean, I did the Blues Brothers in Vegas from '83 to '91 at the Imperial Palace. Which, it was Jon Stewart's Legends in Concert. I did that show. I was going crazy. Yeah,
Are
that's
you?
me and
I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you able to balance all of these talents, or do you go into phases like directing phase? Are you able to subdivide with these different talents you have and juggle them on your schedule?
well, ever since COVID, I haven't been doing too much. I mean, I
Okay.
directed a movie and we did a movie, but
In the past. How
no,
about in the
because when you
past?
do blues, you got to do blues. You got to go out and do 10 weeks, or you got to go do a show, or like comedy. You can't, if you're out doing stand up, you're stuck. You go to town, you're out.
Whoops.
Oh,
Hang in there.
no, something happened good to go, though. Sorry about that. Freaking
This
thing.
interview is like an
I
action
went
movie.
too far.
Keep going.
You don't so, did you see that? Holy shit. So
I
when
thought
you're
the mob
directing
came
or
looking for
producing,
you. Something about the network? I don't know what's going
don't
on
forget
here.
about it. I'm talking about me. So I want some coffee. I don't know. No. So when you're working on a film, it's worse because you're on it for months. You put together the script, you put the cast together, you put the producing, you got to raise the money, and then when you go, and now you got to hire cast and crew. Before you know it, it's months of your life. So you really can't. But I do a one nighter here and there. So if I'm doing a movie, I can go out and do a blues show,
You squeeze
like
one in.
in Arizona,
Yeah.
Southern California, New Mexico, Florida, Texas. They got trailer parks. These are RV parks, senior citizens. And they all got great stages now, these big stages. Everybody plays there. All the old rock bands that are, almost finished are playing it. So I'll go out and I'll get like 10 grand for one night to go out and do a blues show at one of these clubs. It's good. The last one we did was the Blues Brothers, Elvis, and Elton John. And we killed it. They had like 1,000 people showed up. It's crazy. And that's because we're all baby boomers, so they love those kind of things. So yes, I can do a couple things, but most of the time, no.
Mike,
I had to squeeze
supporter
you
out
guys
there,
in.
supporter out there,
Go ahead.
Bane. I'm going to rephrase his question. He's asking, when you worked with Tom Sizemore, was it difficult considering the drug issues that he had?
Well, let's just say I made the national news with him a couple times. He looked clean. The first day he didn't show up on the set. We didn't know where he was, and we thought he was hiring a kite, and he was laying in the bottom of a van, and he had a kidney stone. He passed the kidney stone. And it was tough because he would take a lot of breaks, and he would disappear and go to the bathroom for 10, 15 minutes. But all in all, he did a great job. He did the picture. He seems to wanting to make a comeback. I didn't see him do any drugs. So to me, the only thing I saw was him when we took him to the hospital for a kidney stone. But the guy came in, he memorized. He actually helped me with my acting. He helped me with my performance in a couple scenes. I don't know if you saw the end of that one clip that we put up. I killed him with a golf club. We had to reshoot that scene 3 times. First time I killed him with a golf club. Second time I killed him with a baseball bat. Third time I killed him with a gun. We had to fly him out 2 more times to finish that scene. We just couldn't get it right. I liked working with him. He's a great guy. I think he cleaned up pretty good. I mean, he got a series with Wahlberg. He was shooting in Georgia. The guy was on his way back finally. And then, he passed away. It was terrible.
Mike, you've acted with a lot of famous people, a lot of famous actors and actresses. Let me see how I can put this. Have you had anybody exceed your expectations? You know what they say, be careful when you meet your idols, they could disappoint you. Have you had anybody exceed your expectations, and had you had anybody disappoint you when you finally got to work with the said legend?
I worked with Raquel Welch as assistant backstage manager in the Town and Country Dinner Theater in upstate New York. Raquel came in, and I had to pull her cable because back then they didn't have wireless microphones.
You pulled her cable? Wow. Lucky man.
Yeah,
pulling her cable.
I got to help her change. I zipped up her suit every night.
I would have lost it.
I took pictures with her back then when I was a kid. I was like 15 and a half, 16 years old.
How stunning in real life. I have to ask you, I'm sorry, Mike. I think she's the hottest woman that ever walked the earth. How about in person?
So back then, sweet, nice, and on the movie, forget about it. 4 hours to put her frickin' makeup on. Oof. Jesus, she had like 15 wigs. They would move the motorhome, her dressing room with the sun. Every 20 minutes, they'd have to move the frickin' trailer so that she had the perfect sun. You got to wait 4 hours to shoot one scene. And then she kept bitching at all of us. Get out of my light. You have what's called the key light. So when you're filming, they got a special light on your face to make you look pretty. Okay. Well, she had a special light. And if I got in the way or Bert got in the way, she would yell, get the fuck out of my light. And she would have a temper tantrum. The director hated her. So in real life, she was a pain in the ass.
Before the makeup, did she look like a foot?
She looked good, even though she was 64
You're
when we did that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
She looked all right. But it's going to your original question. Obviously Burt Reynolds was my idol, and I met him when I was 15 and a half. I met him again like 11 years later when I was 26. And then I told him I was going to work with him. He didn't remember me. I don't remember you, kid. I kept telling him the story about the beach when he told me to reach for the stars. And then we became friends. We did forget about it. We were hanging out, and I took him to the Minnesota Vikings game. And we're at the game, the pre-show. So we're on Fox. They brought us up because you know how big he is. But I got to go with him. He did most of the talking. And then when they said, how did you met? Burt Reynolds brought up everything about me since I was a kid. It was incredible. Incredible. He said he knew me. I was a pain-in-the-ass kid that saw him on the beach. We drank out of the same wine bottle in 1985 on a movie called Sticks. And then now we're friends. And he goes, oh, and by the way, my son's dating his daughter. It was a great, to answer your question, yeah, it was way above my expectation. Then, with a bunch of other actors, with Raquel and Loja and some other people, a couple directors, and the producer of big director, producer that did some Jack Nicholson movies. As good as it gets. Can't remember his name. He's on set, and Burt Reynolds said, Michael Saquella, he's a great actor. I don't know why this guy hasn't made it yet. Put his arm around me. So, yeah, almost made me cry. So that's it. Everybody else, whatever.
Everybody else,
So, Mike, obviously you've been in the field and you've met so many great actors. You're a great actor yourself. But you've been around some beautiful women. We want to play a little game with you if you're up to it.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
It's called...
Don't say that before you hear it. What?
It's a toss-up. So basically, the premise of this is we're going to show you a picture of an actor, and you're going to tell us. Pharaoh will give you the name and show you the picture.
I don't like the word toss. It's already going somewhere.
If you would toss their salad.
What?
If you,
Does that mean throwing up or something else? Because when you toss something, that means
I could define tossing salad would be that the human anatomy has a front and the back, and sometimes a person could be so beautiful that you're willing to
What, parking in the rear?
not park in the rear, but taste the rear, which would be called tossing the salad. And in this case, the game is
think Greek.
It's a toss-up.
Oh my!
So Pharaoh,
don't forget, Mike. You said sure you were willing to play.
you were willing to play. Put your glasses on.
Yeah, I gotta go with this.
All right, Pharaoh, it's all you as the pictures go up. You name them, and Mike, if you're willing to toss, you're gonna say, definitely toss it. And if you're not, you're gonna say, I'm gonna stick with the meat. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, Mike.
All right, Michael Saquella, you've been the lucky first contestant on It's a Toss-Up. Marilyn Monroe.
Toss her salad.
Oh, yeah. I'm tossing, too.
I'm tossing some salad, too.
Seriously.
And you know I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I'm
So,
coming
Mike, so far you're okay. I got to agree.
I'm coming up from that sewer cap where the wind was blowing. I'm coming right up from that sewer cap.
There you go.
Anyway, all right. It's a toss-up. Okay, next, Emma Watson. Wow. Ooh. Ooh.
Give me
No
the
leading
meat.
the witness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Something
Independent
about
thoughts.
the meat.
You're sticking?
Not
He's
interested.
sticking with the meat.
Really?
With the meat.
Why?
I
Can we
guess
ask the contestant?
you can
why?
ask the contestant.
Contestant, why?
I don't know. No, I never really liked her. I didn't like her.
Okay. Okay, personal.
Reminds me
personal
of my
taste.
daughter, so I'm not going to be tossing my daughter salad. So forget that.
I hope not.
And besides, it is,
my God.
it is personal taste.
It is personal taste.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, next contestant on It's a Toss-Up, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, I toss her salad.
Hell yeah, I toss that salad. I toss that salad all day. Mike, where does Penelope Cruz rate to you in Most Gorgeous Actresses?
7, maybe an 8.
Wow.
Nice.
Not my type.
Not your type.
Interesting.
But a 7 and an 8.
Right.
All right. This
All right.
is. This
well,
is.
I'm
this
going to
is,
say in advance, I'm sorry. This is leading the witness. Not only would I toss this salad, I'd steal the whole fucking salad bar.
There you go.
I really would.
Well,
Megan
I'm glad you
Fox.
liked it.
Megan Fox, sir.
Fuck yeah.
He's my kind of gangster.
Are you kidding me? I toss her salad. I'll toss everything else. I'll toss her freaking toenails, whatever she wants.
Toenails. He's on it, and they're dirty. He's all over it. So am I.
Something
So am I
And
kidding.
they're dirty.
I'd be
I'm
right
glad
there.
I'm single, guys.
Absolutely. There you go. Thrill of it all. All right. Our next contestant on It's a Toss-Up, George Clooney.
Fuck. No. Give me the meat, whatever it's called.
You're giving him the meat? You can decline both, my friend. You can decline both.
Okay, I'm declining both on that.
All right,
I'm
'cause
not
he
a
almost gave him the
homosexual.
meat. That would have been, George would have been like, that would have been no good. Okay, next. Oh, come on, man. This is a classy one. What are you doing?
Hey.
Listen, this shouldn't even be a toss-up. All right, how about a little vintage for you? The very great Audrey Hepburn. Are we tossing salad with Audrey?
Yeah, if she was younger, yeah, but not her, when she was old, forget it. But as a youngster, yeah.
Yeah.
The way she looks right now, hell
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, in
What,
black
you
and
saw
white.
how
I'm
she was at
tossing
the
that.
end. She had that Parkinson. She was shaking.
Right.
I don't think so.
What?
Stand still!
Don't you remember? She
What the
had it
hell's
really
going
bad.
Oh my God.
You showed a
His
you
logic
showed
is
a picture
flawless,
when
though.
she was a kid, beautiful.
Yeah, oh my
Don't
God,
you
yeah.
remember her end of her life?
I
She was
can't say I
shaking
do,
really bad.
thankfully.
I mean,
was
she
rough.
could hold my, at the bathroom because it shakes so much. But
I'm done.
I'm
Give
going
it
to the
a-
bathroom with
give it a-
Aubrey Hepburn. Hold on a second, folks.
Oof.
Why are you taking her? Because her hand shakes. Oh, okay, good.
Hello.
Oh, boy. All right. Our next contestant on It's a Toss-Up, Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm in the middle on that. I'm on the fence with this one.
I'm up and down.
I
and
mean,
all over
she's
town.
pretty, but she's not. All right, I'll toss her salad.
There you go. He's a team player.
You talk me
Okay.
into it.
Now,
Give me
let's
one
hope
I
that
like.
let's hope that her boat don't sink. Kate Winslet.
No, give her the meat.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mike, how do you feel about Titanic? Are you sinking or are you submerging?
I'm going to go with you guys. I'm giving it the meat.
Yeah, she just gets the meat.
Good-looking lady, don't get me wrong.
No,
but
I agree. Yeah,
but
she's
not
okay.
tossing salad.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I agree.
Excellent. We stand united on that one. Nina Dobrev.
Yeah, I toss her salad. One
How
time.
do you get the guest
Maybe
to answer
twice.
these?
Mike, quick question on Nina. Would you toss a salad after she had a long night of diarrhea and had no toilet paper?
Croutons in that
No,
salad?
hell No, and then I'm going to get a little makeup and cover that little thing on her breast.
Little Thousand Islands.
1,000 Islands.
All right.
Very nice.
You're good to go. All right. All right, we're almost at the end, my fine friend. You have performed fantastically. We have two left. Rachel McAdams.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I toss her salad, everything else.
Damn, you were
I
all
toss
over
it in her
that.
mouth. I toss it in her nose or between her boobs. I mean, everything.
Dirty
I freaking
toenails
like her.
included?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
I
love
like
those
her.
toenails.
She
Where
was
were you?
wonderful.
Where were you on this one?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Incredible beauty.
Get out. Have to
Man, she was
reevaluate.
great in the Notebook. Come on.
Okay. Oh, the Notebook. Okay. Okay. And our final contestant on It's a Toss-Up, Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah, I've always liked her. I
Okay.
toss her salad.
There we go.
She's got beautiful legs. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, I toss her salad. On
Well,
her kneecaps,
apparently-
on her thighs, everywhere else too.
Apparently, Are You Being Served has a whole new meaning.
Without a doubt.
Well done.
Michael, thank you for playing It's a Toss-Up.
That was hilarious.
All right, Mike, we're
welcome.
almost out of time.
Oh, my
Again,
God.
please tell the fans where they can find your wonderful movies. And please tell them about your venture, Intuitive, where we want to take this opportunity to say thank you for giving Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast
Thank you.
the chance to be able to be on that wonderful network.
Most of my films are on all the major streaming networks. You can find me on Prime and Hulu and Vudu, but 8 months ago we started Intuitive Network. And on Intuitive Network, we're giving people an opportunity to watch some big movies for free without interruption. And we've added Monte and the Pharaoh. We have over 55 of their episodes are already up on the network. People are loving it. They got some major advertisers are coming on board. You're going to start seeing some commercials or product put around the set in the next few weeks. We're really happy to have them. They're doing really well. It started with only a couple hundred people watching them, all the way up to thousands, tens of thousands are actually watching you guys now on this network. And, there's other projects. We got TV shows, we got horror films, music videos. Some of my music, a couple of my blues videos are on the network. We have documentaries. We got more documentaries coming. And we've got a lot of new original programming coming. So we're basically a mini Hulu, a mini Netflix, a mini, starting up. We're trying to grow and get big. And eventually this thing should be good. I'm looking at it at like Ryan Reynolds. He put together a little phone company. Well, holy cow. Just a few years later, 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
If we could do it 250, 300, 500 million, I'd be happy. I want to give the big boys a run for their money and put some good product out there, and then one day maybe I sell it and I'll retire. and I'll go away for 3 days, and I'll go back to work on Monday because I'm never going to retire. But this is the opportunity of a lifetime. My father always told me you got to have something to fall back on. My one brother was in law enforcement. My other brother's a big structural engineer, construction. Me, I was always like the black sheep. I was like the bum. But I made a living as an actor, director, producer my whole life. So this is my project. This is me, my doctorhood. This is my construction company, my background. This is my backbone now that will keep me going because we're building it up, with people like Adam Rivera and some other famous directors and producers that are helping us. We're going to grow this thing, and then there's no telling where it's going. Maybe I won't stop it. Who knows? But I would love to have more shows, more talk shows, more podcasts, anything. I just hope there's people out there watching the show that will send in to the Intuitive Network at Gmail. Send us a thing saying you got a show. We're not putting on junk. We're not doing all these little YouTube shows. We're not doing car crashes, but we're doing real quality products like your show. That's what we
Thank
want.
you.
And I don't want to be a small time. There's so many streaming companies that have started, but they got junk. When you look at their network, it's like, what the Anyways, so when you go to our network, we're real, and we look real, and we look like the big boys. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, want to thank you for joining us. We're wishing you a wonderful weekend, and what an honor to be involved in this business venture with you, and what an honor that you took the time out to be on Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. A pleasure being here, and I want to watch the rerun on my network.
There you go, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Mike.
much, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Peace.
Well, what'd you think, Big Man?
That was awesome.
It was fun, right?
Yeah, and he tosses as much salad as I do.
Well,
that by the way,
itself.
I just love the fact that he's made a life of his love for the arts.
Can't
for
beat
what
it.
he does. You
Can't beat
cannot
it.
beat that. He may be the black sheep, but to me, he's the white knight. That's fantastic
Honestly,
stuff.
I don't see how you can consider yourself a black sheep when you've
He's different.
done all these.
Because he
You know what I
didn't do.
mean?
He didn't do like you always say. He did not take the safe path.
Yeah.
I love that about him.
Incredible.
And anyone else who's got the balls to do that, that's fantastic to me.
Incredible. Universal Talent Agency saying that. Thank you, RJ says great interview. Phil just
Thanks,
signed in.
guys.
Phil out again, guys. We're always humbled by you guys joining us weekly.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. I hope the show was entertaining for you. We got some really great shows coming up next week. We've already decided, thanks to all you guys, we're going to, on the main show, talk about the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
who belongs,
Yeah.
who doesn't belong.
Yeah.
And we'll go through, we'll have an hour of fun doing that.
That should be great.
That should be great. And then don't forget May 5th, huge. It's an all-day thing. So it's like get home, chill out.
Is that the Marty, Manny, Tommy?
Marty,
Sarah,
Manny,
yeah.
Tommy, and again, I think I'm talking about bringing Tony in to
That would be-
sit with Tommy.
That would be so cool.
So
I'd love to see
But
that.
again, I want to thank Michael.
Weren't they Georgia
wonderful
Tag
guy.
Team Champions?
They were.
Tommy and Tony?
And I don't ever remember them being interviewed together,
God,
which
they
could
were
be kind
awesome.
of fun.
That would be fantastic.
By the way, U.S. Talent Booking says that he worked with Tom Sizemore, and Tom Sizemore had major problems
Did he?
on set. I mean, I remember he used to have that that show, like those little like sideshows, not
Okay.
sideshows, but like VH1 shows.
Right.
Almost like the reconstruction of
Right.
Tom Sizemore.
Okay,
And I remember that guy
okay.
being a mess, man.
Really?
A mess.
Really?
And not
Was that
a
on
mess.
before or after Brett Michaels with the chicks getting off the bus?
Oh, that's a great show. That's a great show.
What was that thing
For the
called?
love, Rock of Love.
Rock of Love?
Rock of Love.
Something like that? Oh,
That's
my
surreal
God.
life.
I saw him first. He's washed up and old. I want him. I want him too. I'm older and more.
I'm Shawn Michaels. Michaels has a wig, right?
Who, Brett?
Brett wears a wig, doesn't he?
Guess what he's
So he's
I
got
never-
that bandana going on.
Listen, it's cool. He's cool and everything, but I never liked Poison much. So to me, it's like, what is
Dude,
it?
let me ask you something. If you were
Yeah.
wearing a wig, right? And,
Yeah.
you know, some people have accused you, right?
Which is, you know how real this
I
is.
understand.
This is real.
But, you know, people don't see you real in real
Right.
life like I do.
Right.
But some people have accused you of wearing a wig.
Hilarious.
All right? But they have.
They couldn't tell when I looked like just like Macho Man when the hat came off.
No,
when,
you don't
when
look
Masters
that.
was.
It wasn't that bad. You really
it wasn't that
exaggerate.
good.
It wasn't bad at all.
I would have tossed. I would have tossed that guy
But
salad.
let me ask you something. You know, so you still rumble in the jungle with the women and stuff like that.
Used to rumble.
I said you still rumble in the jungle.
I still.
But if you were wearing a wig, wouldn't you be nervous? Like if they grabbed your hair and they like pulled it off. Like that would be too
Nope,
hard.
no going down. Why not? Because you might get too excited and tug my carpet. Right. No, absolutely not. Now flip over and we're doing Greek. You know what?
All right, get us out of here.
I'm
Enough.
more thrilled
Enough.
than ever. Hey, how do you know what I've got down there? You don't even know which way I'm going with this. Bud Light, anybody? I can't anymore. You've been watching Monte the Pharaoh, and as usual, this has been an outrageous show. And until next week, on behalf of my partner, later.